Hey everybody, I'm Pierre Piscitelli. Hope you're all doing great. Today's lesson will be a fun one. We're going to do Killing Me Softly. I had been planning on teaching this one for a long time, and coincidentally and sadly, Roberta Flack passed away this week, so I thought it would be nice to honor her by teaching this. If you're new here, welcome. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. As always, the score that I made for this particular lesson is available on musicnotes.com. Also, special thanks to my patrons. Don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to support me and get some added benefits, or if you just like what I do in general. Okay, enough of that. Let me teach you guys the introduction, which is a beautiful sequence of chords played on a Fender Rhodes piano, just like that. This arrangement will basically be a kind of amalgam of the guitar and piano parts. I'm teaching you the chords so that you can play in a band, accompany other people, but oddly enough, you're going to see that once you master the chord positions, the melody sort of fits naturally within the chord tones. So you can kind of pick out the melody notes if you choose to do so, if you don't want to sing or play with other people. That's something that's really nice about this piece. Let me play through the introduction chords. So those are the chords in their most basic form. We're going to do some things to elaborate a little bit if you guys are willing to do so. You don't have to, but there's so much you can do once you get these basic shapes. So let me teach them to you first. The first shape is called F minor 7, and F minor 7 in its most basic form looks like that. It's an F minor chord, F, A flat, C with an E flat on top. That's the minor 7. In its most basic root position form, it doesn't sound that great, so we're just going to separate things and restructure the notes a bit so that we get this instead. This is much more balanced and much more common among piano players in general. This is what we tend to do. No one really does that. Okay, so left hand is F, right hand is C, E flat, A flat. Next, let's play B flat minor 7. We're going to play B flat in the left hand, A flat, D flat, F, right hand. Next, a basic E flat major triad in second inversion, like this. So left hand is E flat, right hand B flat, E flat, G. And now A flat major 7. So left hand is A flat, right hand G, C, E flat. Now just a plain F minor triad. F left hand, A flat, C, F right hand. And finally an easy chord, B flat, root position, B flat major. As plain as it gets. So B flat left hand, B flat, D, F right hand. Now back to E flat, which we've done already. Like this. Let's take everything down a whole step and play D flat major. So this exact form, just down a whole step. So that yields D flat left hand, A flat, D flat, F right hand. Plain A flat major, root position. A flat left hand, A flat, C, E flat, right hand. Now a D flat chord again, but we're flipping the order of the notes a bit in order to make this easier. Because it's all about context and where we're going, right? So D flat left hand, this time right hand is F, A flat, D flat. And now the best part, this chord kind of sticks out. This is a G flat major 7 with a sharp 11 or sharp 4. I love this chord. So G flat left hand, and I play F, B flat, C, F right hand. And now let's come down to regular F major triad. So F left hand, F, A, C, and then I just stick another F on top. Because look at the shapes of the two chords. right? Almost the same. There's a one-note difference in the right hand while the left-hand root moves. So it's just a very nice and balanced movement, keeping that pinky up there on the F. So that's your introduction. You have to follow the vocalist. This is rubato. It's kind of out of time, or the time is movable rather. So you're not really playing it with a steady tempo like this. Let me play through all those chords one more time at kind of a moderately slow tempo just so you can hear it. And once you master these positions, you basically have most of the tune. Here we go. I just wanted to take a quick second to remind you guys that you can slow down this video if need be. YouTube makes it very easy to do so on your computer or on mobile devices. Also, you should be going back and rewatching segments many times, and you should take your time with this. If you're learning in real time with me over 15 minutes, it's probably too easy of a song for you. So stick with it, don't get discouraged. Let me play the next section. This is when you start to hear the band come in. There's a bit of an instrumental groove going on. I love this part. So what we're doing is just holding an E flat in the left hand the whole time. That's it. The right hand does all of the work. So I'm going to show you a position in the right hand. It's A flat, C, D flat, F. Like that. Beautiful chord. If you just play it as a static kind of hold note. But what we're going to do is actually break up the thumb, which is A flat, and the other three notes like this. So hit the thumb first, then the other three fingers. Now what I want you to do is use your fourth finger, which is just hanging out here, to play E flat, and then back to the F, which is the pinky, like this. One more time. Now let's hit a new position. This will be G, D flat, E flat together. Beautiful, just an E flat 7. And now, up to the pinky again, F. Hit the three notes, G, D flat, E flat again. Back to the pinky. So that second half, pinky, chord, pinky. All together, both halves, very slowly. You can play this as many times as you want. Play it twice, 4 times, doesn't matter. Just if you play with a band, communicate with your bandmates. So here's what it sounds like with a bit of a faster tempo. 1, 2, 3, and... Onto the verse, and this is the last thing you'll have to learn because the chorus is the same as the introduction. The introduction was the chorus. If you guys didn't know that already, now you know. So here's the verse. I'll play it for you and then we'll talk about it. Into the chorus. So here's how we're going to play this. It's, let's see, 12 bars, and what we're going to do is play B flat with the left hand for the first chord. This is called a B flat minor 9, like this. Right hand will be A flat, C, D flat, F, bottom to top. just like that. And here's the best part. For the next chord, only the thumb in the right hand moves down a half step. Watch this. Like that. Left hand will move to E flat. You get an E flat 9. So watch this movement. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Actually, the 13 is in there. We can call it E flat 13. I kind of lied to you. Sorry. Just like that. Now the next chord is A flat major 7. Looks like this. Left hand is A flat. Right hand is G, C, E flat. Like that. Next, D flat major 7. Like this. D flat left hand, A flat C, F right hand. Now let's go back to the first two chords that you already learned. B flat minor 9, E flat 13. And then we're going to do this little riff that you sometimes hear the piano do instead of just playing a plain F minor. We're going to do this. I like to throw that in there. You don't have to. You can just play F minor or F minor 7 like we did in the beginning, right? Like this if you wish. But I like the riff, so here's what I do. Left hand is F, right hand A flat C, use third finger and pinky, you'll see why. Because we come down with 2 and 4 to G and B flat, then F and A flat with 1 and 3. You need all 5 fingers. Then retrace your steps back up. Again. Just like that. With the left hand. Now we get to repeat the first 3 chords of this whole passage. B flat minor 9, E flat 13, A flat major 7, and here's the only new thing. At the end of this verse, we have a new chord that is going to launch us into the chorus. We're going to play it this way. It's C7, C and G in the left hand, B flat C, E right hand. There are a million ways to play this, like all the other chords, right? You could invert them 1,000 ways, but I like this way. So here's the whole verse one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the chorus, you guys already know. I'm gonna play it for you. So you may have caught 1 or 2 subtle differences. You can just copy paste what I taught you at the very beginning for the chorus. It's perfectly fine. But I should tell you about a few little things. I'm going to go through the chorus and talk about them. This is the same. B flat minor. Same. F minor. Here's the difference. In the introduction, typically you just hear a B flat major chord, so B flat left hand, B flat D, F right hand. But the bass note is different at this point. It's really a B flat over D, kind of a first inversion chord. Just a little more tension here as opposed to this. So I like to honor that and play a D in the left hand. The rest is the same. E flat, D flat, A flat, D flat. Now this one, remember in the introduction we played this beautiful chord? You can do that, but you know, it does cut through a little bit. So if you want to, you know, tame that a little bit, you can play a G flat major 7 like this. It's a little less jarring without the sharp 11, sharp 4. So I like to do this just to change things up. F, B flat, D right hand, still G flat left hand. This is a G flat major 7. And then we can end just on F major. Now let's talk about how you can break out of these whole note chord positions. What I'm showing you is really the harmonic skeleton of the tune. You don't necessarily want to sit and just play whole notes for 4 minutes. So if we add a little bit of arpeggiation, meaning rolling the notes in time, or we change octaves, or mess around with different inversions, we can get a lot of interesting stuff. This is what piano players do. So let me give you an example of what that looks like. The chorus starts with this F minor 7, right? Now maybe I'm going to roll the notes like this. See that? With different rhythms, different octaves, different inversion there. Let's do it again. Different inversions. Depends on your context. I could try to play it differently every time. Now, what am I actually doing here? That might be a little bit too much of a departure from what I just showed you about a minute ago. If you want to make this more interesting, take yourself through a number of exercises, meaning try playing all the chord positions I showed you and force yourself to roll the notes from top to bottom like this. You wouldn't necessarily do this live, but in the practice room, you want to do that to make sure you can do it. Then try rolling all the notes from bottom to top, like this. Now try playing the positions I taught you in different octaves. Practice your aim and jumping, like this. Right? This is very good for you to do. Next, try taking the right hand positions, which are all 3 notes, and flipping them around, inverting them like this. Next chord. See what I'm doing? B flat, E flat, G. Now E flat, G, B flat. Now G, B flat, E flat. I'm just rolling through the 3 possibilities. This will teach your brain to do all kinds of different things so that you're not stuck only in the positions and rhythms that I showed you initially. It's just a skeleton, what I'm showing you. You have to add some rhythm to it, some inversion, some creativity, and this is a good way to do it, to put yourself through a few of these basic exercises. If you really master that and spend time rolling through them, adding some rhythm, trying different inversions, it will eventually come out naturally so that you're not playing through these chords the same way every time. Now, believe it or not, you're actually going to play through the verse and chorus that I just taught you 2 more times. It's 3 times total. So I don't really need to play through that, but we could talk about the bridge next, which is the same as the chorus, same exact chords. So let me play through the bridge and I'll show you a little thing you can do at the end. Same as the chorus. Watch this. That might sound familiar, especially if you know the Lauryn Hill version, where they do that. So what's happening here, I think this is really cool. At the very end of the bridge, which is the same as the chorus. Instead of just sitting on F major, what we do is we play F in the left hand, that gets to sit there. We play F major in the right hand this way. It's A, C, F, just a different inversion. And then you go up a half step. So go up to the adjacent black keys. B flat, D flat, G flat. Come back. Go back. Come back. Just practice going between those. A little faster. That's the only difference. Next, we end with 2 choruses. Nothing new here, but I'll play a chorus anyway. One more chorus, I'll play it with a little bit of the creative stuff I was talking about. This is more how I would play it in the band. Just end it on the F major like that. I really hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, check out my Patreon, check out my sheet music store, link down below, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video.